Eustace's foot. That's what it was.
Yeah,
it took over and
Eustace's
then it like
gross
sucked up
foot.
his whole body.
Yeah, I had the fungus.
Yep,
Right?
it was the it was the
Yeah.
fungus.
Welcome to a new season with pretty much no differences in the Up Movie Podcast.
Yeah.
We're your hosts, Mason, Dylan, Nathan. Also, Jill and Annabeth are officially hosts.
I was gonna see if you were gonna stumble through that one.
No.
To kill Price.
Yeah,
Yes.
the plot to kill Price was finally successful.
Executed. No pun
All
intended.
pun intended, and all it took was for him to have a child, which is
He hasn't had it yet. Though.
well. I mean,
By this
That's
point, he
a
will
social
have.
death.
I mean,
right?
people.
Oh,
It's fair.
If you're when we're all like in our 30s, he's dead. Yeah, that's what that means.
Same.
He's gone for the next 18 years.
Yeah,
Oh man.
20 years.
20.
Who knows?
His kid, 20. Yeah. But it's Kelly's kid though, so 19.
I mean, who knows? Might fledge the nest early.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Like the little bird tried to in this movie.
Yes.
Oh.
Whoa, that unimportant bird. We'll get there. Anyways, we are talking about We're Back, a Dinosaur Story, because we're back after that crazy long hiatus while we had to figure out all
Oh,
this
this.
yeah, it's
session.
been ages.
It's been a long time. We had to work out all the kinks on the new season. We have more hosts. We have the same couch.
Yep.
Still sinks. And
It's fantastic. Couch.
we have a new
Yeah.
camera angle, as you can tell. It's slightly more ajar. So if you've been wanting more of that, here you are. And oh, that rhymed. That was nice.
Yeah.
Um.
That's the corner of the room too.
Anyways, so we're starting off this season. First of all, quick housekeeping. So Jill and Annabeth, you're both on the show now, for real. So that's 2 less views. So we do need you to still keep watching this.
Yeah.
Do you
Keep
think
watching
I've
this
been
content.
watching this thing for the last couple of months?
I've did that
Also,
a lot lately. I don't know.
how many? So we had a weird number on the wheel. So I just want to get ahead of the fact that Jill and Annabeth may have
Hey, you don't have to bring it up.
overall
Yeah.
less slices.
Let's put it on the internet. Why don't we?
And it may be exactly 66 to 67% of that. I just wanted to get that out of the
Look,
way because
you could have donated one of your slices if you really wanted
I
to.
couldn't. The glass
If you
ceiling
wanted to
wouldn't let
fight
me.
for equality or something.
You ever try to drop down a slice and then it just bounced off the glass ceiling? It wouldn't go to them. I don't make up the rules.
Oh, trickle down economics.
Yeah, that's
Word.
Mason gave up one. Gave one to Jill.
Yeah. If
last.
anything, I'm the most giving one in the group.
That's true.
I won't do
But
it permanently, but you know.
anyways, I wanted to get that elephant out of the room. Let's talk about some dinosaurs. We're back. A Dinosaur Story. Steven Spielberg presents. This is 93, 94.
It's like 96 or 97. I don't know.
Well, let's look at
It's
the back of the
very good.
VHS that we have
It
here.
is 93. This came out the
Wow.
same year as Jurassic Park, also by Spielberg. This man knew what he
Wow.
liked that year.
I bet he had dinosaur like
It was
bed
about
sheets.
dinosaurs
Yeah.
for sure.
Listen, and Jurassic Park is a listed label in the on the theater. In there.
Mhm.
Fun
Yeah.
fact
Yeah.
for those watching. So, anyways, this movie is about.
What's
di-
it about, Dylan?
So it cues us up, right? The plot of the film is that we're with the dinosaurs. They're back, but that's because some people went back in time with their spaceship / time machine ship, and they gave them brain grain, made them really smart, very funny, and the captain, Captain not Screw Eye. What's the brother's name? Bright
New
Eyes?
Eyes.
New Eyes.
New Eyes, yeah. Captain New Eyes, voiced by Linklater, who's great. And anyways, he's like, yeah, I got a dream machine. Let's see what people like in 93. And everybody's like, fucking dinosaurs, of course.
Like, what
So-
else would they ever want?
And he's
I
like,
mean,
all
that's
right.
a timeless classic.
That is.
What
It-
child wouldn't want to see real dinosaurs?
Yeah.
True, still now. Still
Yeah.
true now.
It's like when trains won't be a thing, and like kids will still be playing with train sets.
Yeah,
you know, and like trains.
As
and,
adults,
you
can we
know,
get
yeah,
trains?
steam
I'm-
engines.
I'm
yeah.
tired of driving. I would like high speed
I
rails.
would dream of trains.
Yeah.
I wish for trains.
And
Well,
what's on its way out
Can
more than
Professor
trains?
New Eyes just bring us
Just
some
beam you
high-speed
up?
trains
Yeah.
to America, please?
Couldn't do it. He could make a cereal that made dinosaurs so smart they could sing and dance.
Yes.
Trains was too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he brought dinosaurs to 93 to go meet the kids, and hijinks ensue. So
A whole lot less infrastructure with dinosaurs.
yeah, I mean,
Way easier.
fairly so. What's everybody's thoughts on this film?
I thought it was a very strange time to place it into Thanksgiving and during
Yeah.
the Macy's Day
Well,
Parade.
yeah.
back in
That's the
1990s.
whole
wanted
point of the
the
movie is
parade.
they
Yeah,
just want
they-
the shot of the dinosaurs in the Macy's
Yeah.
Day Thanksgiving Parade.
It's
That's
it's
a big
literally
thing,
the
yeah.
like cover.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah, so-
definitely a promo, but
Yeah.
it's at one point you're like, huh, that's weird that they're having a parade, and then the girl's like, oh, it's Thanksgiving and I'm alone.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, Macy's owns this movie, I guess.
No.
But yeah, kind of a weird structure. I mean, they could have gone to anywhere.
I mean, if you want to talk about structure, this movie is all over the place.
No,
It's all
perfect.
over the place, and it's also unbelievably short.
It's horseshoe.
It is.
It's just it starts and then it ends.
It
starts where
is
kinda ends.
racing its way through this city and through its own plot faster than I think I've seen any movie do.
It is literally racing through them.
This
Someone's-
thing had a plot?
You're
Where was it?
trying to
What?
beat my shortest time, and I don't appreciate
I
it.
know you had the 40-minute movie, and I'm trying to run.
Wait, what did
Yeah.
you pick that was shorter than this?
It was like an HBO thing. It was like 42 minutes.
Oh yeah, it
long.
was whatever second.
Seven
It was
days
like
ago.
7 days.
7
ago.
days ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, I mean, this movie, we could basically explain the whole thing from start
Oh,
to
we
finish.
could hit it beat for beat.
We
Yeah.
we open up with Rex,
Voiced by John Goodman. That's important.
voiced by John Goodman.
His
which-
debut voice acting
great.
thing, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, for voice acting. I don't
Man,
For voice
you know,
acting,
thi-
yeah,
this
yeah.
falls into like a me category in the sense of like a movie with high profile actors that is not a good movie.
Oh.
And also, it's old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is old.
well,
Yeah,
it's
old.
got to be old to have, you know, like the early days of like a well-known actor
Right.
in a movie that's just not good.
This isn't before I was born old though, so this is '93.
Barely.
So like,
Yeah,
nah.
yeah. I mean, this is my VHS copy.
But yeah,
so,
literally
you know.
Nathan's VHS copy on him.
But yeah, I mean, this movie opens with Rex on a golf course with a little, like, just a little. It's what in like a Pixar movie would be like the dumpling episode before you actually went to watch the movie or something. You know?
It's
It's like
It's like a
something-
short.
Like a Pixar
Yeah, it's
short?
Yeah.
just like, it's just a
Except
random
it's-
short, except it is linked into the movie.
But I mean,
It
is
like dovetails the movie on either side,
Yeah,
but
it does.
why?
Sort of, yeah.
yeah. Fun
It's
fact:
like the framing device, but not.
But yeah,
I
you
mean,
got
not a good one.
you got this little bird.
the birds suck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I
Who
like
cares
the
about
bird.
that part?
Well,
we
it
move
is-
forward.
Identical to the storyline. Like, it is almost the exact same boy who is rough and
You-
tough
you
and
know,
Oh, yeah.
honestly,
has
if
to
you
run
looked at the
home.
voice actors, I wonder if it's voice acted
It's gotta
by
be
the
the
same
same guy.
person.
Is
That
it
would,
a
that,
higher
would, that
pitch?
would be like such a like, oh, aren't I clever kind of
No, that's a price thing to say, and it's not voiced by the same voice
thing.
actor.
Oh, it isn't.
Are
No,
you sure?
I'm positive because I
probably could've
rented
saved
this on
somebody.
Amazon and I saw the X-ray thing and I kept looking through names,
Oh.
different people.
Yeah, okay. That's
Because I was like, who voices
It's crazy
Cecilia?
that they both wanted to go to the circus,
You
huh?
had to ask who voices Cecilia.
Well, because I
It
remember.
wasn't just blaringly obvious.
I mean, the character literally looks like the adult, like the kid version of that person, but like I couldn't remember like her name off the cuff on it. I was like, I know this sounds familiar, but it's one of those ones where I've seen this a lot as a kid. Real quick, head count. How many of us watched this as a kid?
Never seen
One
this.
time,
Never heard of
obviously.
this
A
before.
lot.
I don't think
Okay,
so.
and then you two fresh watch as adults.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Like I thought I had seen it because I remember the parade, but I think that was just in the movie trailer. So
Maybe.
I can
Yeah.
guarantee you they shot that for the trailer. Like,
Yeah, 100%.
They're not gonna. I mean,
It's the most budget in the movie, probably.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Spider-Man's there.
It's just, they land on Spider-Man.
Yeah,
at
they
one point.
ran on Spider-Man and they tear apart that Brachiosaurus.
Yeah, he
But-
fist bumps him and like does his own like handshake.
Yeah. So anyway, the dinosaurs get there. They get the brain grain. They're
Yeah,
vibing.
I mean, T-Rex gets captured by an alien who feeds him a bunch of brain
Essentially the
grain,
Martian.
and then he
Yeah.
proceeds
Reminds me of
to.
Space Jam.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's very Space Jam.
very Space Jam in that sense. That honestly probably would have made it better if they had done.
I think Space
Jam
like,
was after
like,
this,
what if they
though.
had like mixed in like, you know, cartoon and real life.
Mm.
Oh, if they tried to mix
Oh.
match it.
Like that probably would have
That's
been a
that's
really
like
good
4 years
aesthetic.
of technology.
Was
in
Roger
the future,
Rabbit
though.
before or after '93?
Oh, before '93.
But Space Jam was after.
97.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so I mean, if you're talking tech, Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit was doing
already-
it way ahead of it. yeah.
Already on it.
All right, now real quick context, fun trivia I found out because I rented this on Amazon. It gives you all that trivia and the voice actors. Is that this movie actually was originally meant to be a like television short movie? It was going to be like
That
a,
makes
felt
sense.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they were like, and then Spielberg, while doing this, double fun facts. So I knew this bit of trivia from Jurassic Park trivia. Is that Spielberg put himself so much into Jurassic Park originally because he was so absolutely defeated after making Schindler's List. He wanted to make something a little uplifting.
Mm.
And then he started making Jurassic Park. At the same time, he was working on this because he was just feeling dinosaurs. And again,
vibing.
you just got done making like such a heavy movie about Nazis in
Yeah.
that time period, and you're Jewish, and that hits. And he's like, I just need something that makes me happy. And you know what? He fucking made Jurassic Park, and we're back. I can't look at these films and not be like, this made somebody's day really fucking happy. Right? Like,
You can't sit there though and be like, yeah, still, he's 2 for 3.
No.
You know, like, so I'm gonna give the
Yeah,
third one
Schindler's
credit.
List wasn't that good.
Shut
but,
up.
like,
I
but
don't-
these two were great.
Like, if this was a side piece, if this was a side project,
yeah.
I'm not gonna give it more credit
Uh-huh.
because he was busy with something
This would
else
be
that was
just
wildly
fun.
more,
Yeah.
you know. Oh,
All right.
nice, yeah. Some
Mason,
DVD players.
here's... All right, and I want to hear a little bit from Annabeth, because Annabeth, you've been quiet despite being the loudest one objectively to the microphone.
I'm so loud.
Mhm.
There was at one point during the cop chase,
Mm-hmm.
because they got to remind you there are dinosaurs in the city. The cops
Right.
are
You
going
mean
to
GTA 5 when you're 5 stars are up?
Yes,
Like,
exactly. Bro, this
you
is
shoot a
vicious.
cop and just tanks are everywhere.
True or false? The T-Rex skating with a pickup truck is not peak cinema. Like, it's pretty dope. Come on, like, tell me you aren't like, I'm having a little fun
I
with this.
mean, yeah.
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 Also, Woog. I couldn't tell you why. Woog cracks me up more than any other thing on that. He's the Triceratops.
Yeah, he was the
He's
big
the
guy.
one where at one point he's just walking by the shop with all the food and his just tongue is
Drooling
dragging
over it.
against it.
Uh-huh.
I had an audible laugh on that scene. That one just warms my heart. That's me.
Man, this movie's got a lot of good isolated scenes.
Yes.
Mhm.
I think,
Yeah.
but the whole pace of this movie is just like it's what kills it for me. Like you have the museum curator like mixing in all over the place and never really makes a
Crossing.
connection, and you're
Yeah.
just like expecting like, well, that's where the story's got to be, right?
Uh-huh.
But no, it somehow just like tumbles and rushes its way straight into the carnival.
Right.
Which was lackluster because really, like, the what's it called? The circus director guy. Screw Eye.
Yeah.
He, like, he's menacing, and I think he's an okay character, but like really it's just the jester, like the clown guy that's like,
Well, the clown guy's
Oh.
fantastic.
yeah, no, that's what I'm
Shots?
saying.
Yeah.
He is the
He's
best
good.
part
Yeah.
of the circus,
Right.
but you don't quite get him until it's after, it's too
Yeah,
late. and
like,
he's helping.
Screw Eye is a villain that has a lot of potential to be very cool
Yeah.
and isn't actually that cool at all.
Yeah.
Nah.
Like he's pretty terrible.
I think
He
he's
doesn't get a lot of
screen time. He didn't have time.
Yeah.
well,
I-
that's the thing. Like, he didn't have the time to really develop as a character, and what little he did
Also-
was just like
Like,
it's
liked
like
his ending
undermined him.
Yeah,
it
that was
undermined
cool.
him as a
Oh, yeah.
character.
Birds.
Like, it
And
didn't
also
make him menacing. It just
Sexy
made him
now.
seem
Sick
stupid.
outro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to think though too that like this Wish guy, what was his name?
Brian,
Linklater guy?
New Eye.
New Eye?
Yeah.
He sent these dinosaurs back to a time where his brother was still very much alive and could destroy
And
them.
time distorting.
Well,
Yeah.
so I think his brother also is
Like
like
time
time
dude.
traveling
Like
as well.
he literally told him, "Hey guys, seriously, like go here."
Yeah,
go,
he was
but
just like, the
please
one
don't,
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't mess with this dude
Don't do
though.
it. Don't
And it's
do
just
it.
like I think that they could have done a different storyline
Yeah.
with what they had.
It's
And the museum, I hate this character because like in
New
her
Eyes?
position, no, the museum curator,
Oh,
person,
yeah.
the little chick that was like
She's
constantly
a
missing.
On the
them.
she's a
little
Pixar
moped.
character through and
Oh,
through.
she was
Yeah.
fantastic.
No,
Oh,
like
she's so
like
fun.
in her position, like she shouldn't be the one retrieving these people and like welcoming them because like she's always late. I don't even
Yeah.
think she knows what she does. She can't
Clearly
see.
She has interns or something, right?
Yeah. She
Well,
does, she's
clearly
doing
send
everything
them.
by herself.
I mean,
Yeah.
Send
she's the
them.
one putting the signs up.
Underfunded.
Why is she putting signs up the same day she's welcoming these dinosaurs?
I love that she's putting the signs up over.
Yes.
Oh, at
Screw
one
Us.
point she puts it on one of them.
Yeah, on one of the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw that
I don't
part.
remember that.
No, yeah, she's just going on by and she puts it on Woog. I
On
think.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Now, so we talked a lot about the dinosaurs because hence the name of the movie.
Sure.
I want to talk a little bit about the kids.
Great.
Listen, Louie's great,
I love Louis.
and Cecilia, I still adore personally.
He reminded me of Max and Goofy a little bit.
Yeah,
Like, he had the
he
Max
does have a
type
Max
vibe.
vibe.
Yeah.
He's like New York Max.
Yes,
Yeah.
more
New
Bronx
York
Max.
Yeah, he's like, hey, we're walking here, you know.
Hey,
like-
get out of here!
Right.
You know, and then like, hey, sweet toots, like, where you going
But
tonight?
then as soon as she lays it on back, he's like, hey, whoa, babe, don't do
Hey, I need
that.
a dinner first.
I know.
Fucking Cecilia was putting it on him.
Bro, I kind of love.
Why?
I actually really love the dynamic with those two because this.
she took 3 seconds to just be swooning.
Yeah, I mean, listen, a kid.
I liked him too.
Let's
but like,
start here. I love Louis off the bat, and if I'm a kid, I'm left alone on
That's
Thanksgiving,
okay. I'll
and
meet you
then
there.
another kid who seems pretty cool so far
Who
shows
rode
up.
it on a dinosaur.
With dinosaurs.
Yes.
I'm like, wherever you're going,
I'm
I'm
with you
going
today.
too. Yeah, you are my ride or die now. Like,
Yeah. Well, maybe, but you're not gonna fucking throw your genitals at him when you're 9 years old.
Well,
like that's the issue I had with.
I mean, she wasn't throwing it back or
I
nothing.
like you.
Yeah, listen,
I mean,
bad
yeah,
thighs.
Look at her
there's
parents,
definitely,
though.
Like,
That's
a
a real
lot
mom.
of sexual
You think
energy
she
in
got
a
it from her
child's
mom?
movie.
Yeah.
And then they
it's
kissed
a bit.
twice. They're
Yeah, they
9.
Well, like maybe 12,
I don't think they're 12.
maybe 11. I don't know.
I was 12
I
once,
mean,
and
also, girls mature faster, right?
Yeah, it's true.
But
Maybe
Also,
that's
I won't
why
get hung
he
up
was
on
like
that too
yuck
much.
and she was
Right,
like young.
because she's still a little germy, but also my headcanon is that she has that perception of like sexuality because it's like
because of her,
her
mom.
mom. Yeah,
For
which
sure.
would make sense. Look at her mom for
Well, and
God's sake.
also he did say that like his mom kissed on him like all the time, and he was just like the
Yeah,
bird,
he'd be
like,
like,
get off me,
no,
quit.
which
So
is-
maybe
it's
it's fine. It's
It's
whatever.
actually the reason he cites for running away. Let me be clear. He
Yeah.
ran away because his mom dotes on him.
Yeah, his mother is too affectionate.
Too
And so he had
affectionate.
to run away.
I can't be doing that. I'm the toughest guy here.
I'm
Now you are.
Louie.
Yeah, hey, I'm Louie over here.
He's
Girls,
like,
did
oh,
you...
my parents are just too good. I
Damn.
gotta run away.
yeah.
Can't go home.
Did you find Louie relatable? Were you a New York scrappy boy at one point?
Not relatable at all.
No.
Their relationship was fine. It's cute when little
It
kids
was
like
fine.
each other.
Yeah.
The come hither eyes a bit much.
A little.
Yeah. Listen, whenever I was like 6 or 7 watching this movie, that was not hidden. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
seems cool to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, girls kissing seems cute.
It's
I'm
like,
here for it.
like what's Simba's girl's name?
Nala.
Nala. Like Nala kind of does that with
Nala!
Simba a little bit.
Yeah, but they're both of age.
Are they?
They're fully grown lions.
Let's
Yeah,
start here.
early.
They're both lions. Let's go ahead and start
They're
that.
cubs.
Yeah, when they're
They
cubs.
don't really do a come hither eyes the same
Oh.
way.
No,
No.
you get
Yeah.
her like
Movie.
during "Can
Like
You Feel
later?
the Love Tonight?"
Yeah.
and they like flip and go down the hill. And
Oh,
then
that's
she
right.
looks
They were
at him
more
like,
teenagers
They
after
were
that.
adult
They were
lions.
teenage-
My bad, because they did the whole
Lions.
animation and they were bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
So child sexuality.
I was trying to
aside.
give this movie some more credit.
No, no,
Silly
no.
We
me.
can
No.
also talk about the
Lions.
dinosaurs and just like
Let's get back
Rex
on track
and
with it.
Elsa.
Oh,
And
yeah,
fact
the
that
dinosaurs
Elsa
were
is
thirsty too.
swooning
And
over
Elsa's also
Rex
at
the whole
least
time.
like
I have
50,
I have,
60.
yeah, I mean they're dinosaurs.
Yeah,
they're
they're old.
millions of years old at this point. You
Yeah.
know. Real quick though, girls, what do you think? How does that work?
What was
If they had a dinosaur together, they're mixing T-Rex and pterodactyl.
Well, it wouldn't work, but
it
also
gives-
But
it's
if
like
they did, what kind of mutant dinosaur would it make?
Yeah, is it more T-Rex or is it more pterodactyl?
It can't
it's
fly.
not fly.
It's
Yeah,
not
Yeah,
flying.
it
cannot
can't fly.
It's like a bumblebee,
It's too
but even
bottom
worse.
heavy. It's
Yeah.
got like that big T-Rex
You're just saying that because
butt.
Rex is thick, like
Yeah,
he's a
it's
big
got-
bottom king.
Did
And
you
it's
see
got-
him?
Yeah, he is.
Rex's thick bottom
Yeah.
with Elsa's wings.
Uh huh.
Yeah, that's not flying.
She'll lay an egg for him.
Yeah, she will though. Yeah. Not-
So,
Go
sorry,
ahead.
just to kind of get
You
back
go ahead,
into
go
it a
ahead,
little
get back
bit,
into
right?
it,
So
yeah.
they're in the deep secret circus that seems very strange.
It's
in
not really a
Central
secret.
Park.
There's
it's
posters
a goth,
everywhere.
it's like a goth kid circus.
This
It
actually,
is.
whenever as soon as I got in there, I'm like, this is the kind of circus Nathan would make. 100%.
It
This is
is
Nathan's
wildly
circus.
dark
Circus.
and like
Yeah. I want to scare people. I'm like, that's a Nathan circus. Was immediately what I thought when I saw it.
and they start to get contracts and blood oaths all of a sudden, which is pretty crazy and cool
I
to
remember
Tyler
watch
just
as an
signed this
adult.
blank piece
Yeah,
of paper.
blank
Yeah.
piece of paper.
Yeah.
And he's
That was
like,
pretty funny.
gonna need the blood
Hypnotized
though.
too.
Yeah.
That's where it definitely started to take a little bit more of a dark tone, which I can appreciate that. I mean,
Yeah.
that was kind of a fun.
Let's
'Cause
give
it was-
these kids some trauma.
Not that I didn't like the parade singing and the dancing and all that stuff. Like that was
Yeah.
fun, and the pickup truck, skateboard,
listen.
motorcycle in the side wing.
I'll tell you right now, this movie's not getting less than a 7 for that scene alone. You're saying a dinosaur skateboarded with a pickup truck? I'm in. Like,
He was feeling it too.
It's
It
just
was.
it's all too quick. Like
It
if
is.
we talk about the carnival scene, we go from
carnival segment, really.
We go from signing the contract to the very next morning, the contract being null and void, and the dinosaurs being returned to like a unintelligent state.
The primal states.
Like,
yeah.
This whole story resolves itself in less than 24 hours, and it needed room to breathe.
And-
Oh,
And love was the answer, Murph. Love was the answer.
Love
Oh,
is
God.
always.
Dylan?
It is the answer.
And then you're back.
Well, the
And
answer
we're
is
back.
just let no bad happen. You know,
Right.
That brilliant.
They did make a
line.
wish, to be fair.
Or don't send him
They
back
have
to the
that line in there
evilest.
twice.
All right, so
Yeah.
who's the real villain here? Is it Screw Eye or is it
New
New
Eyes?
Eyes? Because New Eyes, first of all, New Eyes has a time.
New Eyes did set dinosaurs just into
He pushed them
into
out of his
New York.
ship. He could have dropped them off at the museum.
I
be fair-
forgot about that. That
Yeah.
scene is hilarious.
Yeah, he just hot drops them
You got-
off into the ocean.
Like,
You got the
Can't
boat?
swim in.
Yeah,
he
that-
wanted chaos to happen
He
of some
did.
sort.
He is
Yeah.
he is John Hammond through and through with a time machine.
He
Like,
also like comes into frame. He's like, "Yeah, I live in a time where everything is perfect and all species live together." While he's like stirring his teeth,
Yeah.
like, "I'm just fucking bored, honestly. So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna send your ass."
He's
So
like,
I thought I
"We're
would-
not going there though.
Yeah.
I thought I would drop
Yeah.
dinosaurs in '93 or whatever because that sounds funny to me.
At the beginning of the Macy's Day Parade for, Macy's
Plot
reasons.
Yeah.
twist, he's evil. He's just trying to make the world worse because he's tired of where he lives now.
That's what I'm saying.
Probably.
He's
He's
too
just
bored.
trying to get his brother killed.
Yeah, he's like,
And
I
he
want my brother.
succeeded.
He
And
did.
he did.
He was a bag of bolts or bag of one bolt.
Bag of
Single
crows
screw.
for one bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so the whole lead up whenever the dinosaurs are all scary again. I remember thinking as a kid, I was like, oh, that is scary. And as an adult, I'm like, it's a little scary still. I won't lie. Like Rex is like a menacing face for a kids movie on that thing.
Yeah, for a kids movie.
For a kids movie, yeah. I mean, as an adult, I'm not like shaking my boots with Rex because I'm like still John Goodman. You know, once you know John Goodman, you're.
I've seen 10 Cloverfield Lane.
That's true. Yeah, he's intimidating in that. Which is scarier, John Goodman in that? Get out of here.
100% that.
But Screw Eye's time with it. So here's what I'll say on the runtime with it. Like, yeah, objectively, could I want more? Sure, but this is a movie that they would make 6 of in a row. So they're like, if this hits
They
off, we'll
should.
just make 6 more.
This could be a series.
We're Backer, a dinosaur story. I don't know how they would do the naming, but
We never left.
I mean,
yeah.
I feel like the only arc the story would take would just be more of like the New Eyes guy and just what other shenanigans he's up to.
Yeah, it's-
like what
it's
I
the easy
imagine
through
him
line.
dropping dinosaurs off in '93. What that really was, he probably had drones following him around. He was just making YouTube content.
Yeah.
In the future.
Well, he's an
Space
alien
Jam.
himself, technically. He lives in outer space and he's just
Nice.
monitoring.
Oh, and
Yeah.
he's got just this little alien like cohort
Yep.
with
Yeah,
him.
Yeah.
It's like,
Martian
oh, we
crew.
live in
He's the
all peace
Martian.
and harmony and everything in the future,
Slavery.
but this guy
Slavery.
works for me.
Yeah.
He does what I tell him
So
to do.
so slavery.
So,
then.
you know,
Yeah.
account for that in our peaceful future.
Yeah.
New Eyes
peaceful.
wants less questions. All right.
Every species gets along except for me and this little green
Right,
dude.
except for us and these guys. Maybe they're just bottoms. Who knows? But all right, thinking back on another thing I thought was really cool in the scene was when the spaceship goes outside of Earth and then they set the time backwards and you see like the whole
Yeah.
universe pass by.
The
now.
souls.
That's cool.
I mean, but also the planet would have like just flown away. from
Yeah,
him,
I
too,
mean,
because it's not like it's just.
it should be in a
It's
different
clearly
place,
Not
yeah.
an educational movie.
It's
so
not.
It's fine.
I come
Like,
back
I
to
mean, you could maybe make the argument that they were like staying in the gravity well,
Uh-huh.
I guess.
yeah.
But then I don't know. I feel like if you're moving through time, you probably shouldn't be
What
moving through. Like you should.
what
be
are the
under
rules?
the effects of gravity, but who
Yeah.
knows? I guess I don't know how time works.
Yeah, maybe
Maybe you
go
should
watch
maybe
Interstellar.
you should eat some
Brain grain?
Yeah.
Nathan.
Because
Brain
the
Grain
thing
look
is,
good.
I'm pretty sure gravity seriously affects time. So I don't know.
Oh, I mean that's
There's
just your opinion.
there's so many inconsistencies in this movie.
Listen. 7-year-old Dylan had less questions, but to your bigger picture, I think you get hung up on the runtime and not being longer and getting more
Yeah,
of a
massive.
fleshed out movie.
Huge,
I'm
huge problem with the
Did you
runtime.
want more though?
Yeah.
Where
did
did you want more of?
I wanted more of everything.
I know you wanted
because
more
it's
Screw Eye
like,
Circus because that's your
well,
dream.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the villain needs more time to be a
I
villain
agree.
and actually
Yeah.
not just seem like a complete fuck up.
Like, who's the girl from Captain Planet? The one with like the crazy hair color?
Is that the one who's like heart?
No, she's not one of the
She's not
Captain
one of
Planet
the-
people, but it's
No,
like
she's
like
not one
the
of the
villain.
Planeteers. Oh, the villain. Oh God, I
I
can't.
don't know.
Anyway.
It's
It's
been
Well,
so
it's
long.
that girl though, right?
Is,
Like,
is it pollution?
yeah, well,
Yeah,
yeah, Pollution is the
technically.
main villain. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, you need someone like that to like thwart their plan,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
To like foil their whole ideas. And if this was a series, I think it would work a lot better. We were talking about like
Well-
Fritz the Cat, like that was the same way. Where I was like, if this was a series, I would appreciate these 3 acts all separately in their own episodes.
Yeah.
It doesn't give you time to really believe any of the actions that are happening through the course of this movie. Like they show up at a creepy carnival and immediately are like, yeah, sign me up.
Yeah.
I'm about it.
They
I don't
did the
think
one
the
thing.
The movie didn't need more time. They just need to use their time better. There's a whole wasted sequence where he has to fish Rex out of the water useless scene. Doesn't mean anything.
But he owes him one, and I guess that was their
Yeah.
friendship bond. I don't know.
In New York, you gotta owe somebody or you owe somebody. You
Yeah.
know what I mean, Rex?
You're
Yeah.
owned or you were owed.
That's right. I just saw those Martian guys owe somebody.
Hey, it explains a scene very shortly thereafter where the curator shows up and thinks she's met the dinosaurs are there waiting for her. They're actually
Yeah.
construction equipment.
Yeah, 'cause
How
You
else
don't-
would you
you don't
explain
need
their
that.
being?
No,
It's just-
no, that's it's
Yeah,
charming.
sure you do. You do.
You have to have it, Jill.
Why is there construction equipment on this dock?
You gotta use
That
it.
doesn't make sense. That's just for a bit. But
Yeah.
now you know. Oh well, they used it in the
It's
last
for
one.
another bit.
Yeah, and now we know
They
her
were
eyes
down
aren't
a
so
bit.
good, and that'll explain why, despite
Steven
repeatedly seeing
Spielberg
them.
was just on a fever dream. Like, he
Yeah.
wasn't getting any sleep. He
This,
was just like,
he
oh,
said-
this would be so good.
Guys, I had
Oh, yeah, I'm really cranking out the numbers now.
you know what? You know what this movie did?
What's that?
Good. That's what money.
It
Probably.
did. All right.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna look up the box office on
Well, I
that.
don't know.
No, I mean, there's. If you said, Dylan, you want more of this movie, I'm like, yeah, but not like too much more. If this movie borders into an hour 40, I'm like having a big.
I think you throw 20 minutes more on this.
20
it's
is
probably
20 is good. Maybe
Yeah.
even honestly, maybe
Maybe
15.
30.
Maybe
Yeah.
like 5.
Wow,
I'll
30.
do it. I'll do
30?
it.
All right, all
I'll do
right.
it. This will feel less like a TV episode, just like you said it was intended
Yeah.
to be, if there was an extra 30 minutes on, because, like, this is less than a Game of Thrones episode.
Yeah.
This is actually.
Well, it depends on the
less.
Game of Thrones
True.
episode. But
But,
anyway, our time with Screw Eye, I think, is like pretty good though. I think that
yeah, I mean, he was, like I said, he was cool.
he leaves an impression
Yeah.
really quickly. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of here for the Dark Circus.
I just
Honestly.
want more of that,
He
less
does
of the
until he's
curator.
like, look at my horror machine. It's like
Yeah.
that's so stupid. Like
Yeah.
why is it? Like
Well, he's
it's
crazy.
a kids movie,
That's all.
and
It's
it's just
supposed
like
to
the
mirror
cliche
Eli's
opposite.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, but it's so just overdone.
Nathan's
Like,
like,
it
this is
could've
not
been
how I would do a
interesting.
dark circus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nathan,
Nathan-
just has better ideas for an evil circus.
Clearly,
he does.
he does, and he does.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so what do you make that machine then? If they're gonna have a dark machine.
Like, I mean, if you're gonna have an evil guy, like, should he not benefit from his own creation in some way? Like, would it not make sense if there was like, you know, I mean,
More
you could
slaves.
do like a Monsters
Yeah.
Inc. kind of thing of like the Screams or Energy or something. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
But-
he's charging admission to his scary circus. Maybe he's making money.
I assume he is.
I assume. Yeah.
I mean, I just kind of get to the point if you can transcend time, money's not really a resource thing. Like, he,
But is
like,
he
there
doing
this
the
is
same
clearly
thing?
just
there has
his
to be
entertainment.
Something like I feel like there would have to be something
Well,
more to
his
it.
go-to is that he used to make people afraid, so he's not afraid.
Yeah.
That's his whole
Yeah.
deal.
If I'm
Yeah.
left
That
alone,
he's
He's never
been
been more
delved into a
worried.
lot more. to
Yeah.
make
Yeah,
that
they
last scene
they
better.
don't touch it until basically after everybody's leaving and he's like admitting to himself as he's like getting consumed by the crows.
which sick outro.
That was cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sick, yeah. With the little screw I just left, and then the crow picks
Like,
it
that's
up.
the thing
I'm
is like so much of this character is just like this is really great potential
Yeah.
squandered.
yeah. So,
And,
why don't?
and he chose to stay here. Like,
Yeah,
you gotta say that
he
they
went
were
to
brothers
93
and
in
they're
New
both
York.
just like kind of like
Well, I
surfing
mean,
and whatever.
theoretically, if they both are time travelers, maybe he just likes to set up a circus in 1993. and
He
he's
really
got
liked that
He's got
parade.
some
Yeah.
other operation going on in another time period,
Maybe.
for
Yeah.
all we know.
What's his side gig, right?
I don't know, man.
Because the screw eye, I mean, he also had hypno eye, which is like, I mean, he had powers going on here.
Yeah.
The hypno eye, a little sus though. I will say, you know, if I'm passing over and just describing the context, and then he used the hypno eye on the two kids, and then they were like just obedient slaves, and I'm like, maybe Screw Eye's a bad guy too. New Eye, listen,
Maybe.
New Eyes ain't great either. That man sought chaos in the world. We all agree on that.
Oh,
I think.
yeah.
But I think like he realized their potential and like I don't know. At the end of the day, he knew it was all going to be all right.
Yeah, but Linklater's smooth voice, I will say. does
Exactly.
for that
His tea
character.
or whatever he was drinking.
Yeah, I will say, if you want the movie to be distributed a little bit differently on time, if we're gonna do we're gonna go into Fat Thin Perfectly Fit here real soon, is this idea that the birds and the golf scene. And I get it's our intro outro.
Got it.
We don't need it.
I don't
at
need
all.
that.
Just cut the whole thing.
It's the one part of the movie I'm legitimately like, oh, fuck you. Like,
Yeah, there is no reason for that.
No.
Like, when I say you add
You
20
could've-
minutes, like, you're still cutting stuff, too. But
yeah.
This movie both should have been longer and should have had some pretty major parts removed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see Screw Eye like murder a man. You know, just one.
Just
You know,
evaporate him with like
I
a
think
clench
you
of his
could have
fist
a
or
pretty
something.
dark moment with him just like choking somebody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's got that energy.
I was thinking it was gonna be Chubbs. I remember thinking as I was watching this movie, I'm like, I know Chubbs lives, but man, how what a way that would have
That
solidified it
would,
for me.
yeah. You want to talk
'Cause
about
Chubbs is
rallying
beloved.
people against a villain? Have him kill the clown.
Yeah, have him kill the
That would
clown.
be good.
Yeah, I think if he kills the clown after Chubbs is clearly beloved.
Like
So
right
the-
after that first intro scene where he's doing all this
Yeah.
stuff, just right then.
It's a great bit. And then he's just like, all right.
And the
well.
crowd goes wild.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And he just actually the one he doesn't choke him. He just gives him enough of the the pill things to revert him back to a primate, and you know that it's that character's done. He's just this insane de-evolved monkey. All right. Yeah, that's my headcanon. That's what actually happens. Shape of the movie. You guys got any other random thoughts before we hop in?
It was ugly.
Which one? The
It
movie?
It's just
was
visually-
visually,
Oh,
it was
visually.
visually hideous.
It's not the most visually impressive movie.
I didn't mind the animation style as much because it was so old. It reminded me
Yeah.
of A Land Before Time.
I'm pretty sure there are other movies that came out before this one that are a lot prettier.
Probably.
I mean,
Well,
yeah.
there definitely are, but I didn't think it was bad.
Well,
No,
no, it was
I-
a particular.
It wasn't so much the
animation
dinosaur,
studio.
mostly during the chase scenes or whatever, just the buildings.
Oh, the
There was some
buildings
so
were
bad.
Price had
yeah.
an opinion on the background, but he's done a host.
Animation.
So
Is who did this?
who did?
It looks like I'm guessing they did Fievel as well.
Oh, it's the
Considering
same
Yeah.
people who did.
Is
Final
this
Fantasy.
Don Bluth?
Yeah, it's,
This
yeah.
feels Don
It
Bluth.
It's
does
the same
feel-
person.
It does. If I didn't know that it was Spielberg,
Yeah.
I would have definitely been like, yeah, Don Bluth did this.
Yeah, but it's a presents.
He
I don't
didn't-
remember if he actually directs it. I think it's or what's on the director.
Or writes it or produces it.
He presents Horner. Oh, the music underrated. Yeah, we haven't talked about Horner's music in this
Yeah,
one.
it's-
Actually, sick.
That's
I
what
think
Price
that
had
that's the
mentioned.
only good thing Price had to say about it.
Yeah, well, we just double price the score now. Whatever his score really was. Which, for the record, we do have it, and honestly, pretty high score.
No, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Its little sultry saxophone intro was pretty much top notch.
Pretty peak. And honestly, Rex's song,
Yeah.
banger.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cities themselves aren't that pretty, but it's also not so ugly that I was like, this is gross.
No,
I don't know, I just kind of find an accepting thing on this, but I will say I'm blinded by nostalgia. So I remember
And that's
thinking,
okay.
yeah, I'm allowed that. I'm allowed a couple good memories in movies with this one.
Yeah, you.
What?
No.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm allowed 3 good
Rated
childhood
G.
memories. Anyways, fat, thin, perfectly fit. Annabeth, start us off.
I feel like we've been all over it.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know, it's closing out the
I
second
mean,
one.
purely by runtime, I would say it's perfectly fit because I didn't
You heard
want
it.
more.
Yeah.
But I wanted to cut stuff, but then
Well,
it would
then
have been
it's
too
thin.
thin.
Yeah, but then you wanted to add stuff after you cut it, so then there's that kind of right amount.
So I'm gonna go with perfectly fit
Hey,
somehow.
Okay.
Jill.
I'm still gonna go with fat, just because
Oh.
the stuff that needs to be cut out really needs to be cut out.
It does.
Mm-hmm. Those
But
burns.
then it would just be like
For
20
such a
minutes
short
long.
movie, it's still too fat.
Nathan.
This thing needs to go in for surgery.
Yeah.
I think we need a new category because we're always just like, oh, is it too this or that? It's like, no, this
There
this
needs to
guy
be a
needs
fourth
work.
option.
Yeah.
Like liposuction,
yeah,
like
yeah.
you
There's
take
a
parts
fourth-
out, put
There's
other
a
parts
fourth
in. I
column
don't
to
know.
this, and it is
It's nip tuck.
We need all the belly into his butt, and then the movie's peak,
It's a
right?
graft surgery. You take something from somewhere else and you
Mm.
put it.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what it is, yeah.
But you don't want to put the birds anywhere though.
No,
the
no
birds come
birds.
out.
The birds go out entirely. Yeah, the birds are 6 minutes of a hour-ish film. That's not a negligible percent.
To me, the birds are something that makes sense in a movie from this era. If you're the family's starting to kind of get together, you've already got it playing, you're getting the popcorn popping in the kitchen.
You throw it on and you burn some
everybody's
time.
not settled in yet, but there's
Yeah.
still a little something playing to keep the kids' attention
it's
before
Yeah.
the
bring
movie
back
really
the opening
starts.
credits, ending credits, opening credits of really old movies.
Mm.
The things that take 20 minutes to get through, just
Right.
bring those back.
Oh my god, Home Alone takes an hour to get through just because of the credits on that one. This movie's fit. Anything I would take away, I would immediately add more with, but I think overall runtime. Yeah, I mean it's fit with a thin side to it. It's right in between that sweet spot because I'm I would like more of this film, but I don't think I would want too much more. But alright, I guess 20 minutes relative to an hour 10 is a notable amount. Fine, I'll call it thin. I'll just land thin on that one.
Yeah, it's far too thin. I
Yeah.
mean, you can slice it and dice it quite a bit. Take the birds out at the beginning, that's fine. But
In the end.
by the time they get to Screw Eye, they
Fuck those birds.
they really need to embellish his evilness and
New
Granted,
Eyes.
it is a kid, and it is
Or
rated
Screw
G,
Eyes.
so you can't go too much more with
But this is a
that.
Spielberg
It's
G,
rated but there
so
was blood in it.
There
Yeah,
could have
there is
been
blood.
like
It was- there
just
was a
the
drop.
littlest bit of them actually doing anything in the circus.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the fact
that would've
that
been
the
fine.
problem is created and solved within like 10
minutes.
minutes
of
is
each other.
absurd.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
Yeah,
Which-
if you introduce a circus as an element in a movie, you need a circus scene to
That-
see the
There was a
circus.
circus,
scene.
I did get a
circus
You
scene,
see
it
Yeah,
just-
I mean there
circus.
was
I mean,
there was the
yeah.
action, there
More
was them
circus.
like running around as little like goblin monsters, but
Yeah.
For
I
some
don't know,
reason
like,
that are just
I
so scary.
I wanted more than
It
that.
was really weird though. It was such an evil circus, but it looked really fun to actually go to.
Yeah, all the
and
adults.
they got turned into like apes, like kind of cool
Yeah.
monkeys, like you know.
Yeah, like I mean, this circus isn't as sinister as it's made out to be by
No.
its
I mean,
ringleader.
it looks like a good time.
By like Screw Eyes.
I'd
Honestly,
like
I
to
think
go.
it's New Eyes' propaganda. I think we only
If I
think
could,
that
if I
this
could
is all
dodge
bad
the
'cause-
3 gangbusters that they encountered on the way, I
Oh, the
wouldn't wanna
goth
see
kids that
them.
Nathan hangs out with.
You guys ever seen the Proud Family?
Yeah.
Remember like the 3 sisters that like they always try to avoid?
Mm.
They
Yeah.
were like sisters or
Mhm.
something. They were all like blue
And they were
gray.
blue, yes.
Yeah.
That's who those goth kids were. in this. I was like, yeah.
Nathan,
Anyways.
Mason, you just never talked to a goth kid long enough, man. They're not that scary.
I mean, there's one right here.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you literally
He's evolved,
you
just
had
like
a,
these dinos.
he got that brain
He ate
drain
some
down
brain
out of
drain.
the brain.
Brain
Brain drain.
I was
Alright.
allergic to it, but it's all right.
Yeah. Let's
He sneezed a little bit
yeah.
upon first eating it.
Those hot dogs look so good. Let's end
really
up on
did.
scores.
Those
We're gonna
don't
start
look
you and then go around the road here.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, we have this saying, Dylan and I think we've all kind of agreed on it in the past, where an animation movie, you know, and we're used to prices animated
Mhm.
movies where you always start at a 7. You don't normally go a ton higher, and you definitely don't ever go below that.
Fritz.
Fritz was one of the rare exceptions.
Yeah.
This movie, for me, is another exception where it does fall short of that 7. Because of all of these little tiny issues that we have. Like, for the voice acting, I wish they could have gone in a little bit different direction.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, at the beginning, like, even the dinosaurs had these high-pitched, awful voices at the very beginning. You don't even have to give them voices, just give them, like, noises. I don't know if you guys remember. At the very beginning, like, one of the little raptors was going like...
Oh,
and
yeah,
it was
yeah,
very
yeah.
clearly a
T-Rex.
person
Right.
screaming.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't need
The
that.
one who ends up stepped on by Wu
Yes.
3 different times throughout the film.
Yes.
That big got me. Though.
But I don't know. This movie just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like, enough times where it's definitely not a 7.
Mm.
I think I'm going to land at a 6 on it. I think it's okay. I do like the parade scene. I do like the music in it. I just wish it wasn't so all over the place. I hated the museum director.
Oh, the Pixar character?
She really was. She
She's
was
a
like
Pixar
Edna.
character.
But
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. Like
yeah,
she's
she
straight up
was-
what's like Edna from Incredibles. Like
I mean, she's honestly the most infuriating part of this entire movie, and I could not stand her. Other than that, it was okay. But I've never heard of this movie. I'll never watch it again.
mm-hmm.
I had to find it somewhere. Like it's
that,
it's not accessible.
honestly, that was the worst part for me.
Yeah.
Just trying to find. I just ended up renting it on Amazon.
But for it to be an animated movie, it wasn't tragic. It was just meh.
Did-
It's whatever.
Didn't kill 3 hours of your evening.
Did not kill very much time at all.
Yeah.
Actually.
Uh-huh. To a detriment at times.
Yeah, it's probably the strength of the movie, I guess.
Yeah.
Annabelle?
Me?
Yep.
Oh, this is out of order.
We got to go around because I'm.
Dylan
The,
wants to be
I
last.
have to
Man,
go last. It's my
I-
movie.
Whoever's movie it is has to go.
You'll figure it out.
I
guys.
feel
We
bad. I feel bad for the
Do
score
it.
that I'm about to
can-
Kill
That's
it.
fine. Whatever.
Annabeth, I'll give you the sharpest stick you can find. Stab it.
I'm thinking like a 4.
Well, it's like twice as good as Price's score.
Oh,
No, he gave
No, I
it
did 3.5.
3.5.
He gave it a 3.5. It's
A
fine.
3.5.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
good.
That's good for
Considering
Price.
what this movie was.
See what he gave some of my movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's just a 4, cause like I have some nostalgic favorite animated movies that people are like, oh, that's awful, and I'm like, no, this is worse. This is worse. I mean,
like
it's
it.
not terrible. Like, it had some fun parts.
Yeah.
And then
A T-Rex roller skating with a
I
pickup
mean,
truck.
yeah, that was fun.
Come on.
It had a lot of potential,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes that makes it worse when it doesn't fulfill that potential.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm going with a 4. Yeah.
Okay.
Jill.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Do it, Jill.
I gave it a 3.
Ooh.
Wow.
It has so much potential to be interesting,
Mhm.
and it only got as high as a 3 because of the screw eye scene at the end. I really liked that.
Minus that,
really
what do you
good.
give it?
It'd probably be a 2.
But
Maybe
the
a
screw,
1.
but the screw eye crow scene is so good.
I
That
It
really
is.
liked it. I wanted
Yeah.
more of that vibe.
Yeah, if you made a whole movie with just that vibe.
But like the fact that it could have been cool and really wasn't, and was ugly and was weirdly quiet, and yeah, I didn't like it, so I gave it a 3.
okay.
Hmm.
Nathan.
Yeah, I mean it's bad.
Dylan, I feel like I'm the only one that's halfway.
I know,
respectful
I
of
know,
this
I
movie.
know.
It's like
Yeah,
so
I don't know
full
the
of
reason.
problems.
Yeah.
It's so short. It's like the voice acting's not really like carrying it either. Like they've got notable voice actors, but they're not like really bringing anything home. I liked the museum curator though, so I'm the opposite of
Yeah.
Mason on that one. Like as I was thinking of like what I have to say about this movie, I was like, well, I like Screw Eyes and I like the curator,
Mhm.
and those are the only 2 characters that I thought were cool and that I enjoyed seeing. I think I'm gonna give it like a 4.5. Is where I'm gonna land with it.
If it was a fully fleshed out movie.
Well, who knows?
And you
Yeah, in
Who
which
knows?
direction?
Yeah.
There's so
Who
many.
handled
no,
the extra
no
time?
birds. No birds. All,
Look,
all
you
gas.
could have given me more time with the clown. You know what? I forget the clown also.
Mm.
The
Chuck,
clown
yeah,
character
Chuck.
was fantastic.
He was
All of his
good.
bits were hilarious.
Yeah.
Like that was really good. Like there's just too little time spent with the characters that were actually entertaining. And I didn't like the kids because I don't like kids in
He
animated
doesn't like
shows.
consistent theme. I should have known that was coming. Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially Arcane.
Yeah, that one's on me. Nathan doesn't like animated kids for just 4.5. I remember
4.5.
4.5. Okay, yeah, you got that 0.5. Alright, so cumulatively,
About a 5. No, about a 4.7.
Hey, don't let that sway you.
no. I already know. I already know my
Dylan's
score.
about
I
to
already
give
know my
this a
score.
10.
No, it's not that good.
No, it's 9.5.
No, this is 7.5.
You're a fucking liar.
I am 100% this is a 7.5 movie. How much of it is because I remember watching this movie a shit ton as a kid, and to a point where I'm sure like the VHS doesn't work if we did still have it in the family. Yeah, 100%. I just have a lot of fun with this film. This film is not a whole lot of time, and honestly nowadays I kind of appreciate that about it. There's something about having watched many movies and times like that, and this was also a week where I ended up watching like a couple of movies already. Just was like, oh yeah, I do need to watch We're Back, and I almost forgot about it up until like today, and then I was just like, oh, let me throw that on. I'm like, oh yeah, it's only an hour. Oh my god, I don't have to like mess up my whole day for
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Like
Do this on a lunch break.
peaceful. Yeah. So I mean, by the time we get into it, the movie's just kind of charming and fun enough for me that I'm like, it was one of these ones where you can go back and if you watch nostalgic movies, you have like an expectation of how the movie kind of goes and what you think that happens, and then it's like I have not watched this in like no less than 2 decades, right? Like this is, I was a single digit child, maybe
Yeah.
like 10 or 11, like the last time I'd watched this. So I'm like definitely 2 decades out from the last time I watched this, and it didn't hurt to watch. And for me, that's a nostalgia win. Because there are times when you go back and watch stuff you affectionately love and you're like, oh no, this is awful, and everybody's getting raped now.
Like double
and-
teamed, like the
Yeah.
Disney original movies like that.
Yeah, you watch that stuff and there's
Well,
all
yeah,
this
those two
like,
things next to each other were so weird.
Yeah,
No.
The basketball
The
movie
basketball
with the
movie.
two
Oh, I know
sisters.
that, but
yeah.
you're talking about a rapey movie and then double
well,
team,
okay,
like,
like you
wow.
have to remember, movies in the 90s, sexual assault was just like a joke for most
Yeah.
things. So like, yeah, a lot of times I've gone back to watch nostalgia flicks, it's been like, everybody's super rapey now, huh?
Mm.
Like, Revenge of the Nerds was a movie I watched as a kid, and I was like, rapey, yeah.
Yeah.
They just non-consensual sex
Weird
there.
Science.
Weird
yeah.
Science, yeah, all the 80 flicks of the time
I
are
don't
like...
think that was a kid's movie at all.
No, it wasn't.
Neither was.
Weird Science was definitely not. But
Yeah,
anyways,
there's one up there that definitely hits, and I can
Page
see it
Master?
right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, Page
Master-
That's a banger.
Page Master is a banger. It actually it popped up as the recommended one right besides We're Back, and I was
Yeah.
just like, is Nathan?
It's literally
Curating
right
my
beside each
Amazon
other
list,
on
I
the
know.
show.
That's
I-
how he,
I have
he
looked at that
organized
movie.
his rack.
Because that is another movie that is also in my nostalgia wheelhouse, and that one I remember, I have watched that one fairly recently. It's been within the last like 10 years since I've been with
We
Hannah.
watched it only 2 years ago.
Yeah. Page Master is a banger, but we're not here for Page Master. We're here for We're Back, and We're Back gets a 7.5. Yeah, and the fact that I still enjoy it. It's quick. I want more from it, so that says a lot. Like, honestly, if this is more fleshed out, we cut the birds, we get more chubs, we get more screw eye. Like, this movie probably just goes up for an 8 for me at that point. But I grade it on what it is, and it's a 7.5.
And none of them are on the the cover.
No, none of the
either.
good characters
Yeah.
are on the front.
Yeah.
Just the little green guy.
No,
Is that the brain drain?
This is the brain
Yeah,
drain
the
guy. Then we
alien.
got. I will say.
Screw Eyes is like in the background.
Yeah.
Like between
Oh
the
wait, no,
dinosaur's
Cecilia
legs.
Louis right there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I will say my only grievance with
Oh,
the
yeah,
main
he's
roster
between his
is that the
legs.
green dinosaur is absolutely useless. This could have been a 3 dinosaur.
No,
movie.
there was no reason for him.
Yeah, Lou.
Yeah,
could've
like
been a-
it's,
it could've been a
he
one
was
dinosaur
supposed to
movie.
be like
Truly.
a comic relief, I guess, but
But in a movie with comic relief.
But like they were all comic relief.
Yeah, like
yeah.
it felt like they had 2 comic relief characters, and then we had Elsa, and then we had.
Elsa was
Rex.
very mad that she was getting called a bat, having not known what a bat was.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
there's a lot. I mean, Rex freaking, as soon as he has a cogent thought, it's row, row, row your boat.
Well, yeah,
he
something
starts
like that,
singing.
and he starts singing.
Yeah.
It's like, how
yeah,
could you have done that?
And why in this day?
Because he
Let's-
ate the brain.
he ate the brain grain.
Maybe
guys.
the brain grain had like history, like crumbled
it
up in
had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Cecilia's delightful still. I'll
No.
fight for that. Childhood crush.
Her voice.
Put her
Cecilia
on.
was fine. I just she's
It's
weird.
so not
I'm
matching
on-
her character.
I'm on the other end of it. I'm
Alright,
fine
go
with
ahead and
it.
spin it since that was your movie. That was a good spin. Tell me when it's red.
Uh-oh.
What is it? What is it?
What you got?
It's red. It's you.
Let's go.
It's
okay.
this one. Sorry.
Boys
building
building
a treehouse.
a tree house.
Boys
Okay.
building a tree house.
Boys. All right, take your guesses. What's Boys Building a Treehouse? The movie.
Anybody?
Man, I don't watch anything newer than like the
No,
90s,
this-
so this is probably
Any movie that comes to
nothing
mind
I've
is an
ever
older
heard of.
movie, though. Like,
That's not like old, but yeah, it's probably like 8 years ago, 10 years
oh,
ago.
8 to 10?
Oh,
Ooh,
so
I
18
wouldn't have placed it that
years.
Is
soon.
it? Okay.
Boys building a tree house.
Any guesses?
Inception.
Does involve boys building a tree house?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's actually spot on with the
Yeah.
with the vocab.
Building a treehouse.
No?
I feel like I should know this.
It's called The Kings of Summer.
That sounds good. Is it like a coming of age film?
Yeah.
All
It's absolutely a
right.
coming of
Yeah,
age
that
film.
makes
That's my
sense.
jam.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I mean I'm not gonna like hedge any bets or anything, but I think
Yeah.
this one should roll with the group a little bit better.
A little better?
We'll see.
Who knew they didn't like animated?
I'm telling you, buddy, I was with you.
I needed. You know what? The one time I needed
I'm
price.
glad they came in. They came in bold and they came in strong.
Oh,
They
yeah,
said, you
that's
know what?
true.
We're gonna beat the hell out of
4
this.
and 3.
The biggest stick we can
I mean,
find.
Price is right between them.
That's
he was
true.
a 3.5.
He was
right?
3.5.
True.
He's
So really,
the-
we're perfectly
Yeah.
doing price being.
Yeah, we're
And they didn't know that.
replacing
Yeah, it's
the
true.
price.
We're doing our job well.
What we
Yeah.
also know is that we intentionally picked several movies that we knew Price may enjoy as soon as he left because that was the funniest thing.
I will
so-
admit, there's a couple he wouldn't like this one.
No, this one he wouldn't like.
No, this next one won't.
I was like, maybe he'd like rip back and that was why I ended up picking it. Anyways, make sure to tune in next week for
The Kings of Summer.
Thank you. If you like the content we're doing, make sure to give us know in the comments below. Let us know in the comments below.
Give us a no.
Give us a no in the
Give us a
comments
what?
below.
Yes. That's how we'll know you made it to the end of the video. Comment no at the
No.
bottom if
Then
you
we'll
like
know.
Only
this
true
video.
listeners will know the no.
Yeah.
This is a new meaning if you know, you know, but instead of a K, it's an N at
Yep.
the end of it. Anyways, make sure to hit bell.
Hit the Jill.
I don't have a
Hit
bell
the
anymore.
bell.
Jill's kind of like a bell
Hit Jill.
with 2
I
letters off.
Hit
won't.
her.
She'll hit me
One
back.
vowel
Make
and
sure to
one
hit the-
consonant.
I mean, yeah, she's double L's. All
Double
right,
L's.
I get
Yeah.
you.
Half of the word.
So we're
is
gonna
the
hit you
same.
now. That's,
Yeah.
I
Sorry,
will
Jill.
hit all of you.
Make
back.
sure to hit the Jill to let us make sure to know when that video comes up next. And if you keep liking what we're doing, make sure to subscribe to the channel unless we're at 69 subscribers exactly. Or,
This bit has to
690.
stop.
all right,
Gotta get to
fine.
690.
Wait.
Fine, new season, new rules. We're getting to 690 subscribers.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
690 is our
If
next
you
goal.
don't see 690 on that subscriber count, hit that button. Smash it. Obliterate it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it
How
ever
are you
again.
gonna feel when we get to like 420 though?
Stop.
Are you gonna fight to stop there too?
I will. The fight for 420 will
Check
begin.
mark.
Anyways,
All right.
make sure to tune in, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.